me a moment here. Okay. Okay. All right. Good morning. Again. Sawadee Kap. Sawadee Tan Chow. We are live. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. We're outside because they're playing the music and it's kind of loud inside. Here we are again. I'd planned to go somewhere else, but I just wasn't really sure of the place, and I didn't want to go somewhere that I wasn't sure was going to be a halfway decent place. You know, I don't know. And I was running behind. My wife's running behind. We're all running around at the house, you know. Anyway, good morning to everyone. Top of the morning to you. It's a lovely day out today. Jim, how you doing? On the way to Kanchanaburi. Well, I may be in Kanchanaburi on Friday afternoon. I'm not sure. I'm not positive. I'm supposed to go to Sankalburi. This is one of the many things that I've been thinking about lately. I've been rather busy the past few days, believe it or not. Yeah, I've been busy, and there was a good chance I was going to go to Europe. And next month, Tom, how you doing? Long time no see. Well, I have dropped a little bit of weight, and I'm starting to get back in shape a bit. I feel pretty good though. For 60, I feel all right. Yeah, I may be there on Friday afternoon. Like I said, there was a pretty good chance. Up until yesterday, there was a pretty good chance that I was going to be going to Spain and maybe Portugal for about 8 days. But that kind of fell through because to go there, I would have had to go there for like 4 days. And that's just not... And not only that, the price of the ticket, by the time we got around to getting everything confirmed and ready, and we were getting ready to buy a ticket, the ticket price went from $35,000, it was about $1,000 to go and come back, to 66,000 baht, which is almost $2,000, so it's not worth it. Even 8 days, not really worth it. I don't know what you mean, kg falling off. I don't know. Kg falling off. Kilograms, oh. My mind is in many places right now. I need to focus. Focus, Malin, focus. Yeah, they're coming off very, very slow now. It's not easy. And I can go up 2 or 3 kilos in a very easily, and then I just drop it right back off, in the next day or two. But I'm trying to make sure that it continues the downward trend. So, anyway, and then the Mon Festival is supposed to be Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Bare knuckle fights, big reservoir. We've got Mon people, Burmese, Thais. I've been there twice already, got some cool temples. It'll make for a good stream. And the more that now I'm out from the house. I'm not in the house right now, obviously. And I've been thinking that, well, maybe I should just go and, just go. just go and see what it's all about again. And if I don't like it this time, I liked it the last time. It was good. Very, very hot there, and very difficult to film just because of the heat. So I don't know, you know, but I'll probably go. I will probably go. And yeah, Jim, I don't know if you're going to be there. But, you know, I mean, don't wait around for me, obviously. I didn't think you would, but if you're going to be there, great. I'm only going to, I don't even know for sure that I'm going to go there or I'm going to go straight to Saint-Clabery. I may go straight to Saint-Clabery. You know, you can take a minivan all the way there. You can take a bus. You can take a train from Thonburi to Kanchanaburi and then jump on a bus. But I don't know if I want to do everything in one day if I'm not taking a minivan. So that's what's going on. Yeah, this last week has been very busy. Since the last time I streamed, which was last Friday, things got very busy at our house and with me and with, you know, everything. So, what's going on here? Let's see. Anyway, you know, today's a very mellow day. I'm not going to get into anything serious. In fact, the first thing I wanted to talk about, well, I saw something and it just made me think. Have men in the United States just given up on the women? I mean, obviously not everybody, but are the women, and you know, as the saying goes, and as Jono has said to me several times, he said that he's the one who brought this phrase up, but the juice is not always worth the squeeze. And for us older guys who have been married, you know, for 20, 30 years, you know, it's probably a different story. If you're married for a long time, there's usually a reason why. Nowadays, I think people are more apt to just give up. You know, they get into a fight with the woman. I don't like how she thinks. That's it. It's over. But wait a minute. You got married for better or worse. You got to work it out. You know, that kind of thing. But I've been thinking about that a lot. And then I ran into this article, Stop Wasting Your Time with Real Women. Bangkok man advises. And I'm going to read this article. A Bangkok man who has shacked up with a sex doll for 4 years now wants people to be more open-minded about inanimate intimacy and the money they can save. I gotta fix this screen here. Hang on a second. Yeah, I'm having problems with my phone lately with the auto brightness for some reason. But anyway, the man, identified only as 54-year-old Kim of Nonthaburi province, said that he enjoyed a stable relationship with the doll he made his wife after, how would I know? After divorcing his human spouse. He bought his lifelike doll he lovingly calls Nong Song from a Japanese second-hand shop for 30,000 baht. So she's used. So she's not a virgin. The doll is not a virgin. She's 160 centimeters tall and weighs 70 kilograms. Kim told reporters he thought caring for her was more economical as he saves money on food. Instead, he prefers to spend his money online to buy her outfits and wigs when he gets bored with the way she looks. He also read that dolls help reduce, I can't say that word, we'll say grapes, and various diseases and illnesses. Also, from the TMI department, Kim explained he uses he wraps his Jimmy in order to do his thing with his rubber wife, and cleans her with oil at least twice a year to scrub it down. So now this is a Thai guy. This isn't a Westerner. But I'm just curious, how does this happen? How does it get to the point where a rubber doll is actually a worthwhile replacement for a live human being? I mean, I don't know, because I haven't been in the United States in a few years now. And, you know, I'm not about to go find out for myself when I go back in May. But I'm just wondering, what's happened? It's not just men in the United States, it's men everywhere. Thai-style pet rock. Well, I don't know. There's certain things you can't do with the rock that you can do with the little doll. I gotta fix this. This is driving me nuts. Hang on one second. Anyway, I'm back. So, is it really that bad? Is it that bad in Europe? Is it that bad in America? And the one thing that I was thinking is that the reason that it might be for men nowadays, not only is there the incorrect movement, the various movements going on in the United States, but also the stacks are really against men. The cards are stacked against them. You know, you get a divorce, and if you're the breadwinner, it doesn't matter. If she cheats on you and she wants to leave you, it doesn't matter. You got to pay up. And I don't understand that, but I'm just wondering, is it really so bad? Is it gotten so bad? I mean, I know the answer. It's yes. It must be. It's so bad in the United States and in other parts of the world that men have decided, okay, and you know, this has been going on since the mail order bride, but now it's a lot more prevalent. People are just going, listen, I don't have to work here. I can work anywhere I want. I'm going to go abroad and I'll find someone. You know, eventually you find someone. You know, I got some news for you. If you live in New York, or you live in, let's say, Virginia, wherever you may live, that's where you end up hooking up. Especially if you're a young guy. I don't know about when you're older, because I haven't had to think about that. But when you get to the age where you start looking around and you're like, all right, I want myself a girlfriend, I want somebody there, whatever it is. Wherever you are, the proximity is what's important. The long distance relationships usually don't work. So don't even think about that. That's why guys who live in Thailand and live here for years have a better chance than with some guy just passing through, because the girls are not stupid, you know. And I know that a lot of the people here that watch the channel are older. They're in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and they're probably already married, or they don't want to get married again. But this feminization thing of men, you know, I don't know if this is just something that people throw around online, but what is it? The demasculinization. What is that word that I'm thinking of? Masculinity, demasculinization of men. I mean, I think a lot of guys have just given up. The guys who maybe they used to get by because they were a little bit cute, or you know, they had a job, they were the manager at some little shop or something, and they were, I'm talking about 30 years ago, but maybe back in the day they were making a halfway decent wage. Now I see it all the time online. I see these women. I saw a little video yesterday, and it was this guy Kevin Samuels, which maybe some of you have heard of him. He's got this woman on. She's 28 years old. She's obviously a large woman. She is not a small woman. She is not a... Now, some people might like that. You know, they might like a bigger woman. There's nothing wrong with that. Whatever floats your boat. But she was a big one. I mean, she was 250. You know, she was 250. She was a big girl. He said, so, what do you want out of a man? Well, he's got to make at least $200,000 a year, and I would like to be earning the same as him, and I have 3 kids, and I've never been married. And she's like, wait. The guy says, hey, wait. What do you mean you got 3 kids? How many baby daddies? 3. Now, I don't know, and maybe there is some knucklehead who is making over 200,000, who is fine with marrying some chick with a kid who's 10 years old and 4 years old and a 1-year-old kid. I don't know, but I would think when a woman has these kind of expectations, and I see it all the time online. Now, maybe this is just an online thing, I don't know. Maybe it's not the truth in the real world. But when I see these women who, they ought to be happy to get anybody who cares enough about them to be with them and to help them in life and go through life, you know, sharing expenses, sharing their life, basically. Some of these women should be just thrilled, and I don't see it. So maybe it's expectations because of the internet, because of what you see on TV now, because of what you see online. And I'm basically referring to women, what they see. They have this dream, and they've always had the dream. They always want the knight in shining armor. But this is I mean, you know, we're in supposed to be in a modern age where people have some critical thinking ability and they understand. And it's understandable that women want to be equal. I can understand that. They want to be equal. They want to share things. They want to, okay, I can relate to that. Yeah, okay, fine. Not in everything, but in many things. But they have to do the work. They can't just expect it to be handed to them. You know, some guy's earning $200K. What does he need her for? What does he need a chick with 3 kids for? You know, we talked the other day about how less Thai women, and it's really less women around the world, with the exception of a few countries, they are getting married less frequently, and they're waiting for years, more years than in the past, to get married. And I think that's a good thing. Because when you're 20 years old, I mean, I saw somebody else the other day. I don't know what I was watching or where I saw it, but I just remember vaguely. The chick was 19 years old. She was in an arranged marriage. She was 19. She got married. And by the time she was like 27, 28, she's like, I got to find a way out of here. She didn't have anything. She had no money. The guy was like, you know, he called all the shots. She was basically just, she had to stay at home. She had to go out with him. She had to do all these other kind of things. And she was not from the Middle East. She wanted to get out, so she did. She managed to squirrel away a little bit of money. She got out of the house, and then eventually she got married again, but she ended up being very wealthy. Yeah, I don't understand it. And that was what I was thinking this morning, is what's going on with the men in America? What's going on with some of the men around the world? I mean, I expect it from the Scandinavian countries where some of the women, you know, they just expect to be treated a certain way and they won't put up for anything less. And then I have this article that pretty sad, to be completely honest. This 70-year-old woman in the UK, she said she was on her voice was on this show in the UK. It's called Deirdre. I don't see that name very often. Anyway, good morning, Mr. Fire Dude. Good morning, everybody. Hey, before I go on any further, if you like this stream, you like the videos, you like whatever it is I do, which I know there's a variety of things, but do me a favor and hit the thumbs up and subscribe, and you know, look down below and get one of my books. Go to my website at AmericanInBangkok.com, check it out. I do have the news going up, at least like 1 or 2 good stories every day going up on my site, as well as putting some of the information I had from the old site back on the new site. So I think you might like it. If you like Thailand, if you like Southeast Asia, you might enjoy it. So go over to AnAmericanInBangkok.com, check it out. But let me get into this article here because it's pretty sad. This woman, she called herself Julie. She was sharing her concerns about her husband's mysterious disappearances to Thailand and his habit of sending hundreds of pounds there every month. Now, I don't even have to read anymore, and I can tell you already what's going on. We know what's going on. Anybody with half a brain knows what's going on. But this woman, she'd been married to him for 40-something years. Yeah, she was married to him for 40-something years. I don't see it right now. But she had been married to him for many, many years. She claimed that her husband would leave without informing her and would be tight-lipped about where the money was going, stating that it was none of her business. As the story was recounted to the agony aunt, Philip Schofield and Holly Willoughby listened with shock. These are the 2 people that were the hosts of this show. I guess it was called This Morning, and it's a British show. And so, now obviously, to me and to many other people who are familiar with how things work here, it's no surprise that, you know, some old guy comes over here, he probably meets some young girl, he feels young again, maybe, you know, she does it for him, and he's able to do it with her, and the next thing you know, he's professing his love, professing he'll take care of her forever. He forgets about his longtime wife, which, to me, I'll be honest, and I don't say this much. Oh, thank you very much there, Tom, thank you. Let me read some of these here, appreciate that. This is a slow month, and it's a short month, so I appreciate every satang. Thank you very much, choke D to you, Tom. Nice website, thank you, Mr. Houston. I'm on the sala on this beautiful morning. Coffee and some wonderful Thai weed and Nepalese hash. Okay. Yeah, I gotta stay off of the edibles just because they don't do that much for me. And for me, the edibles, I don't want to smoke anything, but the edibles, I can tell you that I had some a while back. One of the reasons I want to stay off it, not to mention that it doesn't really do that much for me, and although it does, it has knocked me out on a couple occasions, you know, where I had some strong stuff strong brownies or whatever. This has happened numerous times in my life, but here in Thailand, since it became legal, it's knocked me out, but it doesn't mean that my sleep is any better. I don't get better sleep because of it. So it's just not worthwhile. And you know, you take eat two brownies. One brownie and you feel fine. Two brownies and it'll knock you out. It'll knock you on your ass. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what it does for me other than give me sugar, and I'm trying to stay off the sugar. The whole sugar thing is a big thing with me. The sugar and the starches and the you know, the carbs, all that is important to me now. And my mind is back in the same mindset that it used to be when I used to train all the time, and I used to think to myself, you eat this, that's one thing. Then, you know, a couple days later, you eat something else. And it's not like, oh, well, I'll eat this and I'll walk it off. It doesn't always work that way. Because some of the stuff takes a while to get into your system, to go through your system. It's just not good for you on the whole. So I've just been laying off of the sugar. I don't have really any sugar every day. And, well, Fire Dude, you should hook me up, and I'll do a little video with them. Listen, I was supposed to do a video with this guy a while back. He was supposed to take me to a farm. I was going to film it. He was like, yeah, wow, great. And then I said something to him about Kratom. And he said, oh, I got all kinds of it. I'll give you some. And he was like, it'll be 5,000 baht. And I was like, dude, I can get it down the street for 20 baht if I want. 30 baht for 100 grams of this stuff. I mean, a kilo is like 200 baht, 300 baht. And then he wanted to sell it to me, and he was pushing me. And I realized, this is not he wants me to go to the farm. He wants me to buy some stuff from him. And I didn't want to buy any. I was like, I don't know you. You know, you got nothing. You're just some guy on Twitter. And so eventually what he did was, there was a group of people that were supposed to go on this mission down to the farm. I think I mentioned it to you guys. And the day before we were supposed to go, we were all like, I mean, I was excited. I thought, all right, I'm going to go film this. It'll be great. You can talk to the growers. It'll be some good content. Although YouTube, probably knowing how they are, they probably would have demonetized it immediately, even though it's legal here. And the day before, he said, oh, I got COVID. I can't do anything. I'm sorry. And he never got back to anybody else, and he just disappeared. So I know he was full of it. 10 Kratom trees. I mean, you know, we got some down on the farm, and it's very easy to get it. But I don't know. I just don't like having to always go get something. And it's hard enough for me just to get food, you know. And believe me, I thought about doing a walkthrough at the mall. But it's such a mess. And it's just, I mean, like, so many shops are shut. I don't know what kind of incentive they offered these people. But, you know, whatever. What are you going to do? And I'm telling you, I so desperately want to get out of this area. I mean, I love it here in the sense that everything is right here. I'm comfortable. I know where everything is. I know all the little coffee shops. I know where to get food. I know where you can get clothes. I know where you can't get things. I know how to get around. I know all that stuff. It's great. However, I don't like the fact that it is a concrete jungle and that the air is so bad. And that is something that we've been working on. My wife and I have been working on it and talking about it like every day. That's something that we're doing. And it's, you know, there's a nice place close by where we live now that we took a look at and we thought about getting. It was a townhouse, and it's very nice. But in the end, we said no. It's why? What? It's not a move up. I mean, the residence is nicer, but it's not a move up. It's a lateral move where the townhouse is a little nicer, but the area is the same area. So, you know, And something that I was going to say, the reason I titled this 4 Decades as an Expat Living the Dream in Thailand, you know, I talked to a couple of my buddies back in the States. I didn't expect to talk to them. They just happened to all be together when I called. And one of them said, man, you're living the dream. It always cracks me up when I hear that. Because to me, I'm just living. You know, some people are like, Bangkok, you want to live in Bangkok? But a lot of people, especially men, they're like, oh my God, living in Thailand, that's the great, oh wow, I wish I could do that. So a lot of people like it. It's paradise. Oh. It is what it is. Wherever you hang your hat, that's home. This is home, you know. Yeah, well, we want to move near the beach. Well, my wife wants to live in the mountains. I want to live near the beach. That's a little bit of a problem. And, you know, then the thing is okay, you live near the beach. Where? Where are you going to live? You going to live on an island? Probably not. It's not a good idea. At least not for us. Okay, where are you going to live? You're going to live Krabi? You're going to live Prachuap, Hua Hin? You know, where? Where if it is reasonably priced and you're not, you can jump on a motorbike, which is something I was actually thinking about on the way over here. I thought, I gotta just get a motorbike. I just gotta get a little Vespa, a little Yamaha, whatever they are. Koh Chang is no-go for me. Good morning, Gennaro. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Ms. Beer is not here. I've been to this Starbucks now from the time that the mall and Starbucks closed, or the mall changed and Starbucks closed. I've been here 3 times. She's been here once. Or maybe I've been here 4 times. She's only been here once. I don't know if she works afternoon shift. I don't know. It doesn't matter really, but I figured you might ask. So, and I don't know. I think Preo is long gone. I still see her once in a while, but I think she does not work at Starbucks anymore. So, the crew is gone. The past is the past. And I do want to see how the mall looks once it's finished. Prachuap is really nice. I think it's actually a pretty good place. When I get elderly, I'm already elderly. What are you talking about? I'm 60 years old. Here in Thailand, I'm considered elderly. Even in Europe, in a lot of places, I'm considered elderly. I looked at some train tickets in Europe, and let me tell you, some of the logistics that I was doing, it was an all-day thing where I'm sitting at the computer for hours and just going, you know, after a while you just go, I don't care, I'll just pay it, whatever. But they did give 50% off. I think it was in France. Maybe it was in Spain, I don't know. They gave 50% off if you were 60 years of age or older, or you were a student. I like Prachuap. But anyway, getting back to the whole reason that I called this stream what I called it, was because I didn't really have a topic, and BTS does not give senior discounts for foreigners. The only company that does is the MRT. So I'm wondering if that means that on their monorail, since they own the monorail, does that mean that I'm going to be able to get a discount on those tickets? I don't think I want to go there. I don't know, man. I mean, you know, it's really, I'm not the only person. Are you John's? Oh, okay. สวัสดีครับสบายดีไหมไปไหน Your nails? Ah, okay. See you later. There's your girl, John. Getting her nails done. She's got to look pretty for you. Yeah, I don't think I want to go to Rayong or Chantaburi, or I don't want to go in that direction. I'd rather go down south or go up in a mountain somewhere. I don't know. You know, we'll figure it out eventually. It may take a couple of years. But getting back to the whole when you get elderly, one of the things that, when I was a few years ago, I was talking about, wow, man, it'd be nice to live in Alaska, or it would be nice to live somewhere out in the middle of nowhere in Thailand. But then you think about it, and it's like, okay, so you have a stroke, and, you don't get to the hospital for 4 hours, you're probably dead. Whereas if you are somewhat close to a hospital, you might have a better chance of living, So that's something else to consider. And, it's, things are going well right now, but, we want to, I always like to proceed slowly. Don't ever rush anything. I don't like to rush stuff like that's a major life decision. And the way that my wife works is she makes the decision in her head, I want to do this, I want to buy this, I want to get... And then, she comes home, she talks to me about it, I give her some opinions, and then she mulls it over, and then by the next day or 2 days later, she's like, yeah, maybe you're right, Yeah, 20 minutes, my rule's about 30 or 40. Because if you haul ass, you might be able to get somewhere that takes 30 minutes in like 12 minutes. But then I guess if it was 20 minutes, then you could get there in like 7 minutes or 8 minutes or something. I don't know. Anyway, I thought that this was a... Oh my God, I can't believe that some guy is actually... Dangers of marrying a foreigner. I tried to get the statistics of how many foreigners how many Westerners were marrying Thai women, say 50 years ago compared to now, or even 20, 30 years ago, 10 years ago, it doesn't matter. And I couldn't find any concrete statistics, at least not yet. Maybe ChatGPT can give me an idea. But I will tell you this. There's about 2.5 million expats in Thailand. And of those, 1.8 million are from the surrounding countries. They're Burmese, they're Cambodian, they're Laotian. Let's see here. Can I find this out? No, do not have. Okay, interracial marriages between Westerners and Thais have become more common in recent years. According to a report by the National Statistical Office of Thailand, the number of mixed marriages between Thai women and foreign men increased from 10,240 in 2005 to 17,661 in 2015. This represents a significant increase of 72.1% over the course of a decade. However, it's important to note that not all mixed marriages involve Westerners. Many Thai women marry men from other Asian countries such as Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan. Additionally, there are also Thai men who marry foreign women from a variety of countries. Such marriages have indeed become more common in recent years. So, there you go. Now listen, I've been trying, there's a guy that I've been talking about that was a member of my site, and he's a subscriber, and I've been waiting patiently to do an interview with him. It has not happened yet because logistically, the timing, he's waiting for something to happen, and then I can interview him and put it up. I really wanted to do that. Then my buddy, who's the filmmaker, he's got a film festival next month in Palm Springs, and so he's really busy. I don't know if he can squeeze something in. I've been meaning to do all these things. I just haven't been able to because the people are not really available, and it's just the way it goes. But these are some of the things that I've been doing in the past week and a half. And yeah, let's see here. Let me continue with this 70-year-old woman. I didn't even. She expressed her emotional distress about the situation, saying that she did not know what to do at the age of 70, adding that she was concerned about how long she had left. I mean, that's, to me, if you're at the end of your life and you're a woman and your husband is cheating on you, and you don't know, hey, I'm getting up there, I'm not doing so well, I might die any day, and then you're gonna die, and it's like, okay, you're dead and gone, but you die knowing that your husband wasn't faithful to you, or that your wife wasn't faithful to you, or what's even worse, and I know a couple of people where this has really happened, where their significant other passed away, and then they found out that she had been cheating on him for years. The guy couldn't believe it, but it was true. Okay. Dear Deidre responded to Julie's distress by suggesting that her husband was not being faithful and urged her not to carry on putting up with this. She went on to condemn her husband's behavior as appalling and reminded Julie that the money he was funneling out was family income. Now, if the woman had been paying some younger guy, would a woman say the same thing? I would hope so. It's the family money that she's using to funnel out so she can get these happy ending massages from the guy or whatever. But, regardless, I don't mean to make light of it, but it remains unclear what the couple's financial situation is, as Julie confirmed that the money was not taken out of a joint account. The host and viewers on Twitter were appalled by the situation and offered various suggestions, from changing the locks to seeing a solicitor. The husband was Philip Schofield, voiced his opinion that the husband was likely being unfaithful and going to Thailand to see another person, whether male or female. Oh, duh. Meanwhile, Twitter users urged Julie to leave her husband immediately or change the locks next time. What in the hell is going on? Okay, there's a truck coming by. It's this, oh, okay. Yeah, it's like a song towel. And this is what they do here. This is one of the things I can't stand. Oh my God. Demonetized. All right, here it comes. Oh, did it turn in? No, it stopped. It just stopped. It's just sitting there across the street, and it turned the sound down. Maybe they're going in to get something to eat or something. Taking a piss break. Anyway, the video of this woman calling in, it's from the Morning Mail or whatever, it's the Daily Mail or something like that. The video is up on my website, and so is the article that I'm reading from. What gets me is that when they drive by, I'll show you again. But what gets me is that these people are so shocked that this is happening. I don't know why they're so shocked. I mean, it's a shame, but it happens. Okay, here we go. Oh, they turned it. Well. So much for them turning the sound down. Oh my God. There you go. There you go. This is how it is. But it's paradise, man. It's paradise. Yeah, well, when that goes down your village at 5:30 in the morning, and they sit there because they're passing out fruit, they're selling fruit to people, and you're sound asleep, it's not paradise, okay? It's not so funny. Anyway, let me go on here. I don't know, there's not much happening now, to be completely honest. Things are the same. Everything's same, but different. You know, you got some political stuff happening, and the election's supposed to be on May 7th. And the election will happen, and I don't know that we're going to be gone on May 7th, but I sure would like to be. I don't want to be here when that goes down. I mean, it might be nothing will happen and everything will be fine, but you never know here. And yeah, that's something that I've been thinking about. I would like to be gone while the election goes on, and while they're settling in. I'd like to not be here. So that's coming up. Let's see, next month the wife is taking a little trip, not me, this weekend. And then what am I doing in April? April is Songkran. So, you know, I don't usually go out and go find the best watering holes during Songkran. I don't usually do that, but sometimes we go down to the south. I don't know what's going on, but we'll find out. All right, let me see here. Chinese are flocking to Southeast Asia, and to Thailand, but not in the numbers that were expected. And quite honestly, if you know anything about Thailand, you know that the government and the Tourism Authority of Thailand always ramps up the numbers. And quite frankly, I don't know that I even believe there were 40 million tourists in their best year. I don't know I believe that. I don't know if you can believe them. Oh, the train that goes to Laos and China is one method that Chinese tourists are using. They're using the train to be able to go to Laos and then come to Thailand. A lot of them are doing that. Korean tourists also like to come to places like Vientiane and Nong Khai to play golf. I like to play golf in Vientiane. So, of course, they're pumping that up. They're pumping up the travel situation right now. Oh, everything's great. And, yeah, I mean, I've been to a few places that I was during the pandemic and during just before the pandemic, and there's a lot more people. And that's why, I mean, you know, if I go to Sangkhlaburi, I can just about guarantee there's not going to be more than a dozen or 2 dozen foreigners over there, because people just don't go there. They stop off in Sangkhlaburi or in Kanchanaburi, and they don't go to Sangkhlaburi. I mean, look, Jim, you went to Kanchanaburi. Why didn't you go to Sangkhlaburi? It's a couple hours away, but man, it's a nice place, and it's very different from Kanchanaburi. It's quite different. Anyway, getting back to the whole title of this this stream. I have indeed been here 4 decades. Now, I haven't been here 40 years, but I've been here in the 90s, the 2000s, 2010s, and now 2020. So I've been in each decade for the past 4 decades. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Sawadee Kap, Sawadee Ton Chow. Glad everybody could be here just to, today's basically a bullshit session. You know, I know there are people that have been here far longer than me, and one of the guys, I just found a video of him. I meant to do an interview with him, but at the time he was 79. He just died. He's 83 years old. He was a nice guy. Bob was his name. And he was really into languages, and he knew about Vietnamese languages because his wife was Vietnamese, and he knew about Thai languages, and he had been in Thailand since just after the Vietnam War. So almost 50 years. And you know, I don't know, maybe when you get older, you know, you start, I know I have, but he was pretty forgetful. I mean, he didn't know a lot of things, how to get around and how to do things. And I don't know if he was just, you know, I don't know what the deal was, but we did an interview, and it was, I mean, it was interesting for me, but I just didn't think that people would like it, and I didn't put it up. Or I put about 15 seconds of talking to him up, and that was about it. But he passed away. He was a guy that I knew that had been here longer than me. One of my buddies that has been here longer than me, now he lives in Cambodia. Most people, I don't know, most people that I know, they've been here between 10 and 20 years. And then there's people like Jono, who's been here for about a little more than 3 years. There's Fred, who's been here for, I think he's been Pattaya still. He's been here for like 8 years. There's a number of people, but most of them are under 10 years. And, you know, with the emergence of other countries becoming more popular for expats, I think that expats are gonna, I don't know, I think expats are not going to be as quick to move to Thailand as in the past. Just an opinion. But, you know, there's a lot of other options. And I think that for some people, Thailand is a place that's a little bit of a headache. You know, for many people it's not, but for some it is. Some people don't even want to learn the language. I mean, you know, they move to a foreign country. They're like, I know guys who have been here for 25 years. They don't speak more than go straight, go left, go right, stop here, how much? That's about all they can say. I can't see myself being that way ever in a country that I moved to. And if anything, you know, and I've said this before, if you know a language, you can always just BS and say you don't know. Now, he's been gone for years, man. The guy's been gone for years. The original guy, the stick man, he came here after I came. He probably left 10 years ago. 12 years ago, something like, I don't know, maybe not that long, maybe 8 years ago. I don't know. So, you know, it happens. And there may come a time when I leave, I don't know, you know. We do plan on going elsewhere when we go to the United States. You know, we may go to Ecuador. It depends on the timing again, and you know, but the more I think about it, and the more of a time passes by, I'm very comfortable here. So, and I like it here. You know, I can always bitch about something, but I could bitch about something anywhere. I mean, I love the Netherlands. I don't love the red tape. I don't love how cold it gets sometimes. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. The point is, you can find something negative with anywhere that you go. You can find positives if you really want to. But why would I don't know why I would go to Ecuador at my age. If I was 35 or 40 and I thought, okay, I'm ready for a change, let's go, maybe I would do it. And I'm not saying I won't, but that I will never go anywhere else, or Costa Rica or somewhere like that. But the more I think about it, the more I think, wow, it's such a huge move. First of all, it's halfway around the world. Second of all, it's a completely different culture. It's not like you're in Latin America in one country and then you go to another country and it's a little bit different, but you know, you're speaking the same language. You're speaking Spanish, Espanol. I didn't even see this. There's a cannabis cafe right here. Cannabis cafe. Maybe we should walk over there. Cannabis cafe, Happy Condo, 420 Bangkok. That's what it's called. So just about everywhere, you can go everywhere, and if you want it, you can find something. Where's Dallo? I could tell him if he has a friend, he can come over here. Lot Prout 101, you know that there's a place over here. But you know, when you think about the whole moving aspect of it and then being separated from your family, I understand why people don't do it in the States when they're a little older. They're married, they're happily married, and the wife's like, what do I want to go live over there for? If she's not into it, then the guy's like, all right, what am I going to do? Am I going to leave her? I got a strong marriage. I love my wife. Why am I going to leave her? She doesn't agree. Maybe we'll go over there for a month every year. You know. Who knows? Maybe Ecuador or one of these other places would be a place that we go once a year. I don't know. For us, that would be the United States. But now I think of it, and I think making a move is a huge deal for somebody with a family, and especially somebody a little bit older, because by the time I would get citizenship over there, let's say that I went over there in a year, I'd be like 66, 68 years old where I got residency. I could be dead by then. You know, it doesn't make sense. Then we got kids. So I got kids. I don't know that my kids would be so thrilled. Now maybe if we went on a trip over there and they were like, oh my God, this is the most beautiful place, we need to move here. But my kids are not like that. My kids are not easily impressed or easily thrilled. They're not the kind to jump up and down, oh my God, we're here. That's not them. They're like, oh wow, cool. You know, do you want to live here? If you had a good job, would you want to live here? Maybe. You know, that's them. My wife's the same way. So, you know, the more I think about it, the more, hopefully I'll make it to a 5th decade. What's that, another 7 years. So I'll be 67. So as long as I make it to 68, I'll have been here 5 decades. And believe me, and I know it doesn't matter to some people because they haven't been here in these other decades, so they don't really care, because what does it matter if you don't know what you're missing? But believe me, this place has changed a lot, and one of the things that I was talking about to someone the other day was how a lot of the traditional aspect of Thailand, at least in the cities, the big cities, is slowly starting to be outweighed by the modern era, by modern technology, modern architecture, and you know, I mean, you can look here. I mean, even it's not like, I mean, there's a lot less shop houses, a lot more big condos, apartments, hotels, you know. So who knows? I don't know. Gennaro, what are you up to? Are you still here listening? So, I'm going to try to go somewhere, even if I don't go to Sangkhlaburi, which I think I probably will. But I'm going to try to go somewhere, and I believe that this Sunday I will stream. Pretty sure wherever I am, I will stream. And check my social media, because I may be putting little clips up that I don't want to put up on YouTube. There may be some YouTube stuff going up that is in the shorts or something like that. I don't know. You know. I mean, I care, but like, whatever I'm going to do, I'm going to do. The wife actually said she might go to Sangkhlaburi with me. Which would be nice, because I know all the places. Chicks freak me out. I know all the places to go. I know all the places to stay. So basically, I don't have to worry about the logistics. I tell her how we're going. I tell her where we're going, and then we go. You know. Clean up on aisle 1. Clean up on aisle 1. Not many people in this Starbucks. Anyway, anybody got any questions? There's not a whole lot of chatter today for some reason. There's several people missing. At least we got some new people. Maybe we're gonna have to take a walk over to the 420 Cannabis Cafe just to check it out. Do that in a few minutes. Biggest changes. Well, one of them is just what I said, which is the cities are starting to become more modern. I mean, everywhere. Less traditional buildings, less traditional stuff going on. I mean, just look at Sukhumvit Road. Sukhumvit Road, you think about all the vendors that used to be on the street. These vendors are gone now. They've been gone for years. But, you know, 30 years ago, 25 years ago, it was cracking, man. The streets were cracking. And, you know, you want to talk about some of the changes, the clubs. Yeah, Charles, I've lost about 33 pounds, almost 35 now. So those are a couple of things that have changed. The government, the mentality of the government doesn't seem to change. And the mentality of the people, for some reason, and I know it's not all the people and they're voting, but for some reason, which I'm not going to get into, the government is always in this position where they feel like they are your daddy. They're your daddy. And, you know, I don't like that. I've never liked that. So, you know, But what can you say? I don't particularly like some of the things that the government does, some of the ways that the people speak. I didn't particularly like when Anutin was saying that the filthy foreigners, the dirty foreigners, were the ones who brought in the virus. That is so ignorant. That's such an ignorant statement from somebody who's supposed to be the health minister that it just rubbed me the wrong way. There's a lot of things that rub me the wrong way here, but you know, all in all, I mean, I like being left alone. I do my own thing. Nobody bothers me. I don't get a hard time from people. Whereas in some countries, you go to there and you will get a hard time if you do anything that might be construed as something that you shouldn't do. And that was something in the Philippines that I really didn't like. And it didn't happen very often, but it happened to me a couple of times where I got some security guard yelling at me that I'm not allowed to catch. I'll never forget that. He's yelling at me, I can't catch a taxi at this location. I was on the outskirt of the parking lot. He's like, no, you need to go out on the street and get the taxi. And I was on the street. I was on the sidewalk. I wasn't about to walk out into the street. So I was on the side, like on the right next to the street, on the sidewalk. And he's yelling at me, no, this is the mall property. You can't be here. And I was like, and even the driver was laughing at him, going, you know, I don't need to be that, I don't need that kind of, you know, I don't think I would last in a country that ordered people around on a mass basis, and they did it with the COVID, and I don't think I ever want to go through that again. But I mean, you know, as far as the other changes, I mean, closing times, now they're trying to get the, just because they want the tourists, they're trying to get the beer bars and the go-go's and to be able to stay open until 4 a.m. When I came over here in the beginning, they were open all night. It was like maybe when the last person left, they closed up. If you're sitting there and you're with a bunch of girls and you're buying drinks and it's 5:45 in the morning, they're still open. That's not how it is anymore, at least in most places. I'm not talking about out in the Banok, in the villages, but where nobody really cares, or, you know, some of the places, they turn the lights off and that kind of stuff. Is Ecuador somewhere you have always wanted to visit, or is it a place you will return to? It's not a place I've always wanted to visit. No. I mean, no, it's not a place. It's a place that recently has come into my wheelhouse, and I've got a couple of friends that have been there. I've got one friend who lives there and has told me some of the things about it, and then I've looked into it myself. And it is one of the better locations, but I'm still not convinced. I'm not convinced that it's like the kind of place where I go, I got to get over there right now. I'm not at that point yet, and I'm not really in a position to go anyway. So that's, you know, it's neither here nor there. I touched down. Okay. The other Thailand videos show beer bars with patrons drinking. Is alcohol addiction a major issue? What do you think? Alcohol is an addiction everywhere in the world. Well, I would say it's a place worth visiting. If you need a place to stay, let me know. My buddy's got a place right on the beach. I think it's Ampaya, and it's very, very nice. I mean, you think about, all you have to do, if you go to, and I don't want to pick on Pattaya because it happens in Bangkok as well, but in Pattaya, you can go to some of the bars and you will see the same people sitting there day in and day out from a certain time to a certain time, and all they do is drink. Now, I guess if that's what you want to do, why not? You know. But yeah, it's not the way I want to live my life. I got a hard enough time when I'm sober. You know, that's the way I look at it. I got it hard enough. Life is hard enough when you're sober. You think about when what is it that said nothing good happens after midnight? And if I'm hammered, I tend to be, I'm not an angry drunk. I'm a happy person, but I don't want to get messed with and then I'm completely smashed. And then something happens and I can't handle myself. I just don't want to be in that position anymore. I don't want to be the guy where they go, 68-year-old Scott Mallon got into a brawl with 3 lady boys and a Thai man on Beach Road and is now sitting in jail for assault. He was extremely intoxicated. You know, I don't want that to be the headline for me. I mean, I don't know. You know, I don't mind having a drink once in a while. I don't mind getting hammered once in a while. But I do think that there's something to be said for, you know, alcoholism. There's a big problem with alcoholism here, which is why they have these hours that they have that you're allowed to buy booze here and you're not allowed to buy booze here. You know, you're not allowed to buy booze from 2 to 5 in the afternoon. You're not allowed to buy booze before 11 o'clock in the morning. What does that tell you? Now, this is the Thai government exerting their authority over the people. Listen, I've been in the prisons in Thailand. I've been in the men's prisons and I've been in the women's prisons. I've been in the Bangkok Hilton. I've been in the worst women's prison. I've been in a decent women's prison. And you don't want to be in any of them. You're not going to have a cellie. You're going to have 100 others. I mean, it's ridiculous. Which is, you know, another reason why you got to mind your P's and Q's here. Don't get in any, you know, it pays not, I mean, and I know maybe it's the pot calling the kettle black because I've had my share of run-ins in the past. But it pays to just walk away sometimes. It pays to stay out of trouble here. You don't want to go to jail here. You don't want to go to jail. You don't want to be in jail. Well, there tends to be more than, what I've seen, there tends to be more than one squat toilet. There might be a half a dozen. But there's no walls up. There's no, you know, there's no privacy. It's like, listen, you know, you get to the point you want to jerk off, you're jerking off in front of other people. You want to take a dump, you're taking a dump in front of other people. You know, you have no privacy. There is no privacy. Not to mention that the food, you know, you need money. You're going to need money in there because you want decent food. You're going to need to pay for it. You're not going to get it for free. They're not going to be like, okay, well, you know, this guy needs to be treated well, and he looks like he's a big guy. He needs a bigger serving. No, that's not how it works. You know, like they say, no money, no honey. It's not funny. Really, it's not. You don't have at least a couple $100 a month. If you're a foreigner, you're screwed, man. So I didn't bring my gimbal with me today. So when I walk over to this little 420 Bangkok, which I have heard of before, I didn't know where it was. There'll be a little bit of shake. That's the way it goes. I just have told myself I really don't want to do walking around videos much anymore. I'd rather do a video than a stream, a lengthy video where I'm walking around than a stream. That said, if you find my information useful, if you find it entertaining, the channel entertaining, if you find that you've gained a lot of valuable information, click the thumbs up, subscribe, and all that other good stuff. Everything's down in the description. by now, people on YouTube, they know the game. You should know exactly what to do. But supposedly you're supposed to remind people because people forget. So do me a favor and leave me a thumbs up if you don't mind. I'd appreciate it. Wow. My battery on my computer, my laptop, is really getting to be. I need to replace it now. This is an hour and 15 minutes, and it's going to be dead in about another 10 minutes. So that's pretty bad. I was surprised to see that today I came in, and the place that I was sitting before, and the last time that I was here, I moved from there because there was this Grab driver who left his water and his jacket and all kinds of stuff right where I was sitting, in front of where I was sitting. Today I came in, he's got all his stuff there again. So this is indeed his little hub, which is pretty smart because he knows nobody's going to rip him off. Need to go to the grocery today, which is the grocery store is coming along in the Mall Bankapi, and it's not just this mall that they are redoing. They are spending, I don't remember how much it was, but it's a couple of billion baht. It's billions that they're spending. And as far as the SkyTrain goes, the monorail, they're right now they are building the overpass so that when people are driving, they can go, they'll be like almost, they'll be just below this where the SkyTrain is, where the monorail is. So they put the concrete slabs up, and now they're just going to have to they just have to finish everything. All the finishing touches, they just have to put that up. Same goes with the various stations. And what's good is that we're going to go to the United States and possibly Ecuador in May. We're just waiting to find out the dates now, and then we got to arrange everything, and you know, how long are we going to stay, and you know, how long do the kids have, and all that kind of stuff. But by the time we come back, hopefully the monorail will be fully functional, and I and my family will be, and my friends will be using it. There's a lot of guys that I know, they're my buddies. Jono's one of them. I don't go see Jono a lot because it's a pain in the ass to get around. I don't want to sit in traffic. I don't want to spend 45 minutes in traffic when I know it would take 15 minutes to get there if there was no traffic. And that's the way it is here. You just got to sit in traffic. And sometimes I'm like, all right, I got to go out. I'll go see him on the way back, or whatever it is. But it can be a hassle. Now, hopefully with this monorail, it won't be such a hassle. But the good thing is that when we come back, I'll make life a lot easier if and when we decide to move somewhere else. So anyway, let's get out of here and walk over to this cannabis cafe. We may see John's girl in the nail shop. I don't know. I didn't know who she was again. She's waving at me. I'm like, who's this? Who's this chick waving at me? $10.20. They might not be open yet. I don't know. It's got to be in the back somewhere, so let's see here. You can see the sign there, 420. 420 Bangkok. All right, let's go. Let's take a little walk over here. try to do it smooth like. You got all these bubble places. All these bubble tea and all these sweet drinks. I don't miss them. Because you know when you're drinking them, all you're drinking is pure sugar. The cup. Got all kinds of little kiosks here, just like at Jono's place before. They had all kinds of kiosks. Now they don't have any. Let's see what's going on here. Tio Thai. Quitio. Wow. Egg, fish, orange juice. Happy Time massage. I have not been back here, ever. Mr. DIY. There's something I needed to get from this place. Here's Mr. DIY. Okay, this place is closed. Shabu place. Pet salon, pet wellness center, pet pool, pet club. I'll just walk back here. You guys can hear me all right? Does it sound good? Because I'm using the wireless mic here. The Rode Wireless Go or whatever it's called. Nobody? Barber. I think it's supposed to be back here. Sound is great, thank you. Yeah, it's probably my bag or my water bottle. They put this place all the way in the back. Sol Wang. Open at 9 o'clock. Sol Wang, Lot Prout 101. Happy condo. I don't know. I don't see it. Just basically I'm just taking a walk. It's a little exercise, that's all right. For, you know, you people out there who have friends who are interested in the cannabis industry here in Thailand. Oh, here's the nail studio. Maybe she's here. John, your girl is in the nail studio? Maybe. Tattoo parlor. Home tattoo supply. So now what? I gotta go back on this other side to see where this place is. It said Happy Condo. Where is the Langanja? Well, I don't see it. What is this? Sebastian's Cafe. Sebastian's Cafe. That's kind of cool. Well, this is all for pets. Kun kap. Kun lu aga lan si song soon. เป็นร้านกัญชา
It's around here.
Yeah. You have a sign in the front. It's 420.
See Song Soon.
Si song soon.
See Song Soon. See Song Soon. เขาถามว่าร้าน420น่ะ420 is a number.
It's the name of the.
Name of the shop.
It's a cannabis.
Cannabis.
เป็นการร้านกัญชา
นี่ปะ I think that place yes.
ที่นี่เหรอ
But they closed.
Oh, they closed. Okay. I just want to show.
Maybe 4 p.m.
Oh, okay. Okay, ครับคุณนะ Well, there you go. So I walk right past it. Sometimes you're better off speaking in English. Well, La Prao is a very, very long street. There it is right here. Okay. I walked all this way, it was right here. I didn't even know. It looks like it's closed. So this is it, huh? What does this say? Oh, no selling weed. Oh, they got edibles here. They got cookies, you see? All right, so we found it. And it is indeed closed. Wow, so you can just you could just chill here. I wonder how many people chill here and actually just smoke. Anyway, this is it, guys and girls. .420 station, Bangkok. So if you're ever on 101, we're at about, we're between, I think, 27 and 29. There's the Mr. DIY. Starbucks over here. Very clearly see they had a drink. A lot of them were serve I don't know, like different kinds of drinks with the cannabis infused, you know. But they definitely had cannabis cookies for those people who are interested. And then if you get the munchies, you can walk right over here and have yourself some MK. And then when you're done, you walk over and you go to Starbucks. All right, back to my chair for a minute. Niall, how you doing, man? I was wondering about you. What's going on with you? I was just thinking of you. Honestly, I was just thinking of you yesterday. I was like, I haven't heard anything from him. I haven't seen or heard anything from him lately. Are you back here, or what's going on? In Dublin, 3:30 a.m. And you were out late at night? You got any plans coming to come back here? It's getting hot out here. Hello in France. You know, I was just as of yesterday morning, there was a chance I was going to Paris, and then I was gonna fly to Spain, but it's not happening, so. Anyway, it's getting hot here now. 10:35 a.m. in the morning here. Anyway, good little place here, you know, like it serves as a halfway decent backup for the mall. It's not too far. Took me about 8 minutes to get here from my house. And it's, you know, it's easy for Grab to get to and easy to get around. Niall, are you planning on coming back here or when? Or what's going on? All right, Michael, you take it easy. Take it easy. Yeah, we're getting ready to close the show here. Close out and say goodbye. Next time I should be, probably will be in Sanctuary. Yeah, I've lost a fair bit. Depending on, you know, the time of the day, anywhere from about 31, 32 to about 35 pounds. I still want to lose more. I know what I look like before and how I felt before, and I know what I am now, and I still need to lose more. I just don't know how much, you know, at this point. So I'll probably stay home for a few years, go over for a 3-week vacation. Oh, well. Sock it away so when you're older and you come over, then, you know, no more work. You gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway, I'm thinking about, you know, what am I gonna do in Sanctuary as far as the bare knuckle fights go. And the last day of the Mon Festival is on a Monday. I think it's a Monday. I think it's Saturday, 25th. Today's the 22nd. It's Wednesday, 23rd. 24th. Yeah, starts on the 25th, ends on the 27th. And the last day is when, like, the best guys fight. Like, that's the ones that I really want to film. The day before that, those guys are the ones who are, they're not as good, but they're better than the little kids. Even though the little kids sometimes are crazy because they go flying. I'm talking about, you're talking about kids, they're 10 years old. 15 years old maybe. No, I'm talking about on the first day, there's really, most of them are younger kids. 8, 10, 12 years old. Second day tends to be the better people, the adults. And then the third day tends to be the best fighters. So I may stream, at least for a short period of time. I might stream for, say, an hour, I don't know, a half hour, hour. And I may stream, but it'll be the middle of the night in the United States, which might be good for places, you know, it might be evening in Australia, early morning in the UK. So it might work, I don't know, but keep your eyes open. I'll put something up. I'll have something, I'll make sure I put it up in advance. And yeah, keep your eyes open. Should be pretty cool. All right, take it easy, Niall. Good hearing from you. Stay in touch and all that good stuff. Haven't heard from Soy Dog Cowboy in a bit, but I'm sure I will. You know, like I said before, I don't believe I'm the center of the universe and everybody's gonna watch my channel all the time, every time, for years and years, and never, ever miss a show or anything like that. So it is what it is, you know. But I'm starting to get a little bit jazzed about the fights and also going out on a boat. The stuff that you can see is pretty cool in Sanctuary. you know, I don't know when I'm going, Friday, Saturday, but I'll be there so that if there are fights that I'll be able to film them and cover them and check out what's going on with the Mon Village and, you know, all that stuff. So anyway, it's time to go. Time to get out of here. Place is pretty dead, really. I wonder what it's like at night. All right, well, we'll see. I'll have to check them out. Anyway, I got things to do, places to go, people to see, important stuff, you know. And I guess I'll see you on probably Sunday morning, maybe Saturday evening, maybe Saturday. I don't know yet. It really depends, you know. That's the thing. This is guerrilla-like videos, guerrilla streams, shooting, you know. Plus I got a family to think of. I got to see about my wife. My wife's gonna go. We have to go at a certain time of the day. She can't go really early in the morning, you know. So married people know what I'm talking about. Anyway, thank you very much. Do me a favor, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, check down below in the description. Check out my website, AnAmericanInBangkok.com. By the way, a lot of people have been buying this this hat. It just says war on it. I have another one that says peace, if you're offended by the fact that a hat says war. The reason that I put that hat up is because that is the very same hat, if you know anything about boxing, that Marvin Hagler wore while he was training and in interviews leading up to his fight with Tommy Hearns, that he ended up winning by third round knockout. And he was of the mentality of, this is a war, and that's why he wore the hat. I have that hat, that same style hat, it's exactly the same, basically. But anyway, go check out my website, AmericanInBangkok.com, and I'll talk to you guys later. All right, thanks for joining me, and see you later. Chok di leo jerkin mai. Good luck, and until next time.